What's up, Moo? Hello, guys. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, canceled. Can you guys hear me all right? I always feel like on this one, I always feel like when I'm on YouTube, I need to check to make sure. I feel like people can't hear me. I don't know why when I'm in StreamYard, I feel like I'm in some virtual world where, like, I don't know, people aren't existent. What is this cat doing to me? You do hear me. All right, good. Because I don't know why I feel like people can't hear me. I don't know if it's because I can't hear people. I don't know. It's kind of wild. But man, what the hell is wrong with people? This is what my live is going to be about today, y'all. It's going to be a rant. It's going to be a rant about the weird, weird people and these relationships on social media that are just really, I don't want to be mean, but concerning, right? Like, I feel like, I just feel like these people have these expectations or these, the followers or, just, I mean, anyone really, like creators alike, they have these expectations of what they want us to do and what they feel we should do. And, you know, it's just become really weird when people think that their relationship with you is more than it actually is. And it becomes really concerning. Like, let's talk about that for a second. Like, yeah, the parasocial relationships, it's weird. Like, I need people to understand something. Now, do you guys see who I truly am in my everyday life? No, I don't really record my day to day. I don't let in my family and my kids. I keep that all separate and private. Now, when I'm up here, right, I put on, I don't want to say it's a persona like it's not really me because that's not the truth. It's really who I am. However, if you know me, it's because you know me through social media. It's what I talk about, the vibe I keep in my lives and in my videos. But I need people to understand they don't actually know me. And it's really concerning when people think that that relationship goes farther than it really does. And you start making it like it's a real life thing. It just becomes really, really weird. Like, I need people to understand as a creator, I'm under no obligation to anyone or anything ever. I am free to talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'm free to talk to whomever I want to talk to. And because I'm nice and I message somebody back, I need people to be careful because it doesn't mean you know me or there's some extra relationship there. And I feel like if you're nice to people and you even just give them like a hey, I see you, I appreciate you, all of a sudden it's like, oh, but we know each other. We have this personal relationship. Like, no, we don't. And I need people, I'm never going to have a personal relationship like that with people on the internet. And it's just really concerning because I feel like I've been seeing it more and more lately. The whole like, do y'all remember the family lover? Like, I don't want to go ahead and bring that up, but do you all remember the family lover, the one who thought that we had some kind of like deep relationship because she watched me on social media and felt like she knew me? And right? Like, it's a really scary thing when you start blurring the lines between social media and reality. And I really need people to understand that. Because I might address you in a live or because I answered you back in a comment, did she really stage her own death? That's right. That's right. She was jumping in a river, couldn't swim. That's right. When it used as a psychological tool as well. I don't think people realize that there's a lot that goes into content creation, right? You got the time and the energy that you focus on trying to make the content good. I want you guys to want to watch me. I want to have good conversations with you. So I need to sit there and be like, hey, what do my followers want from me? What do they want to talk about? Stuff like that. So a lot of work and energy goes into content creation. And then you want to be nice to people. You know what I mean? Like, you wanna be nice. I see you, I hear you, we have a lot of things in common. But what I've learned from the internet is that, number 1, you can never be friends with somebody you don't actually know, all right? Because I have been stabbed in the back, I have been manipulated, I have that about me. I wanna be nice to people. I genuinely like people, I'm a people person, and so I have been stabbed in the back multiple times, and it becomes just emotionally draining, and so I've learned I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never gonna take on a personal relationship from the internet. But then you have people coming at you in messages or emails because in their mind, they've created this relationship. And just because I answer somebody back or we can chit chat on a live or something, people get crazy. That's the problem is people get crazy and it becomes really dangerous for people. And that's really one of the things about social media that people don't really talk about. People come it's one creators come at you, followers come at you. They have expectations. They wanna make you feel like you're obligated to speak about something or not speak about something. And I think that I, as a person, am genuinely a nice person. I don't wanna see people get screwed. That's my biggest flaw, is I don't like to watch people get screwed. I feel a lot of sympathy and empathy for people. I don't wanna see you get screwed out there. I know how people can be, especially on this, um since Gypsy strikes a person on YTube, just a suggestion to protect all your social media platforms by putting up a content disclaimer and copyright disclaimer at the beginning of your live. I could do that. I see what you're saying, Michelle. I appreciate that. Um, and I'll take yeah, I will fix that later. But you know what I mean? Like it's just become an all out. It's just ridiculous. It's really a scary, scary place. You know what I mean? Like it's there. You have jealousy. You have online jealousy, which is absolutely ridiculous. My journey on social media is my journey. I don't compare myself to anybody else's journey. You know what I mean? And I don't know why people do. I don't know why people want to compare themselves to others. What I have to offer is different from what everybody else has to offer. The fact that we're all different is a great thing. You know what I mean? But I'm under no obligation to stay away from a subject because somebody wants me to and feels like shouldn't talk about it. I'm under no obligation to speak on something because creators or followers feel I should. Now, I've been in that corner many, many times. Okay. Where people felt like I was obligated to speak on something. And just because I address you in my live, I allow you up in my live, we talk, we have a great live, does not mean you are in my personal space, you are in my personal life or any of that. Um, and that's really where I want people to realize that you really can't blur those lines. It just becomes really scary. I had someone let's talk about if I'm nice to you and I let you up on my live, that gives I'm no under no obligation to you. That doesn't mean you have any pull or you can tell me what to do to my platform or what the expectations of Ivy Rose knows is and what I should and shouldn't talk about, or that does not give you that. It's you're a nice person. We had a decent conversation. That's the end. And to sit there and manipulate people too is also a problem. Like I can't sit there and have people you can't talk about this because I can personally relate to it and it affects me, or, I have this problem, don't talk about blind people because I'm blind, or you can't mention that. Like it just becomes, it's so frustrating because again, you want to give everybody the space to be free, talk about what they want to, enjoy the conversations, do all that. But when people can't keep the line between this is social media. Okay, we don't have nobody on social media, with the exception of maybe one or two people, know me personally. You all know Ivy Rose knows. You don't know Becky. You don't. You don't know who I am as a friend, a wife, a mom, a nurse, all of the things. You know absolutely nothing about me. And so we should have a rule about trauma dumping. That too. That too. The listen, I'm not if okay, how can I want to put this nicely because it's just becoming a really big problem. First of all, this is freaking social media. People can have an opinion and it shouldn't matter. The fact that people take to social media their real life is just wild to me. You have people, I could sit and talk about something, but I am not a therapist. So to jump on my panel and put me in a position where, you're taking over my panel because you think that I'm your therapist, listen, I'm not that. You know what I mean? And because you decide to tell me your issues doesn't mean that I'm obligated to do something for you because you were personal with me when I didn't ask for it. Am I saying that nicely? Like, I'm trying to say that nicely. I don't want to be rude and think that, I want to chit chat, but there's a boundary. You got to keep the boundaries, man. Personal life is personal. And, like, I want to keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm under no obligation. All right, let's talk about the live yesterday on TikTok. Now, I don't even know how I got dragged into that. That was just a while. I was just on there trying to shoot the shit and was originally trying to talk about Erica Kirk, and that derailed and struck up a conversation. But anyway, anyway, um, you know, people came into my live because I didn't believe Woo Woo and her story. I don't have to believe anybody's story. If somebody decides to put a story out on the internet, that's on you. But you have to know when you put a story out on the internet, especially something that's real life for somebody, you're always going to have people reacting to it. You're going to have people who believe it or don't believe it or have something good to say or have something bad to say. I'm not under any obligation to believe somebody because they say something. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter whether or not Ivory Rose Knows believes Woo Woo Bestie? Does it really matter? Because if it's so true and the situation's so serious, why does it matter? It just doesn't. Um, Sorry, I got distracted. I was reading a comment. But it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And people feel like, you know, I got told you didn't allow me up on your panel yesterday. Why didn't you allow me up on the panel when I told you I wanted to go up on the panel? That was a real message to me yesterday. Why would you feel like I owe you anything? Why would anybody feel like I owe them something? You know what I mean? It just becomes really wild. Like, I hate you. You didn't let me up on the panel, or you can't mute what I'm saying because we're friends. Who are you? We're who's friends? With who? Y'all don't know me. I don't know you. It's it's just wild to me. It's just really weird. And it needs to stop. Like, there's that's how drama gets created. People get this obsession, and that's where I think that people don't realize is the how social media can get so dangerous. It's people don't know when to keep the boundaries and not go real life and not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do this nicely. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just feel like, guys, I'm Ivy Rose Knows when I'm on this camera, and I'm Becky when I'm not on the camera. You don't know Becky. None of you know who Becky is. So I need you to remember that when you're addressing me, or you think that I'm obligated to do something for you because you think that we're friends, you are friends with Ivy Rose Knows. But who I am when I'm a content creator and who I am when I'm not are two completely different people. Now, does that mean Ivy Rose Knows is fake? No, I give you my genuine opinion, but I have a whole life outside of content creation or lives. And to sit there and think for 1 second, and listen, I am over this nonsense with the dox me. I've just about had it. It becomes wild and dangerous when the obsession is there. It's the obsession for me. It's the other content creators that have obsessions, and these obsessions become dangerous. You have followers that get obsessed, and it becomes dangerous. Like, it's just been really wild, and I think that's a major reason why I step back from doing the lives, is the obsession from people. Somebody may be better at something than you, and you become obsessed with trying to make their lives hell because they're better than you. You know, I both am a live creator and I do content. Now, I personally believe I'm better at my lives and I'm better at just talking to you than I am at my content. Not saying my content's bad. I just feel like, probably because I enjoy the lives better, I feel like more people are drawn to me. But I'm not mad at another creator because their content's better than mine, and I'm not gonna go full force after them. Like, what part of "you're the mean girl in the schoolyard" do people think is attractive? Like, if you're really truly about trying to have content and talk about cases, especially when you're in the true crime niche, you're acting like a 12-year-old girl who's never had discipline in her life is actually sad. It's sad. "Oh, I'm gonna go after you," because it's just, the behavior is just absolutely wild. "I'm gonna dox you. You took my video." Like, what? It's social media. Like, your videos ain't even that good. So there's that. But it's just the wild, "I'm gonna get you right," the threats, and it goes back to, I'm gonna become a cop because I was beat up when I was younger. That whole mentality of, like, now I can be the big dog. It's weird. It's all weird. Having followers attack people in messages. It's given desperation. It's giving, leave people alone to create their content. If you don't want something talk about, don't talk about it on social. Don't make it a public thing. That right there is something that I want to say. If you don't want people to talk about it, don't tell them about it. Very simple concept. Very simple concept. I don't know to talk about it if you don't tell me, but if you're going to blast it all in the public and then cry that it's private, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh, it's private. You can't talk about it. When was it private? When it was blasted all over live in front of 200 people? All right. Well, that's weird. So all of it, I feel like my taste for social media is just, I'm losing the taste for it. It's sad. It's pathetic. I owe nobody nothing. You know, I appreciate all the people that watch my content. I really do. You know that. I am friendly with you. I will bring you up to talk. I love when people come up on my panels. Can I bring everybody up on a live panel every time I go live? It's not possible. Sometimes people have to wait their turn. You know what I mean? Like, everyone gets treated equally and respectfully, and all of that. I just feel like you're making me lose my taste because of the treatment. We're not friends. If you're making up these relationships that we have, like, I need you to step back, take a break. It's like you're it's ruining social media for me. It really is. It's ruining social media for me. And I don't know. I think that I was just frustrated and wanted to come on a rant about that because, and again, that's why I'm stepping back from TikTok. And I've been trying to focus more here on YouTube. And I was talking to somebody this morning and people were like, "Why are you going? What's the difference between TikTok and YouTube?" And I'm going to tell you, well, for me, TikTok feels like it's more personal. When I'm on a live on TikTok, I feel like I'm in a boxed room and I'm in the center of all of the people in the chat. So it feels a lot more vulnerable and a lot more dangerous for some reason because I'm a lot closer and I just feel like it's a lot more personable there. Where on YouTube, I kind of have a safety because I feel like y'all are in a box and I'm speaking into the box, but I'm not directly. I don't know why. that happens like that, but I definitely feel more comfort lately on YouTube than on TikTok because I feel like TikTok is the unhinged, it's the asylum of social media. It's the insane asylum of social media. I really feel like that's what it's become, and it's really sad because I enjoyed TikTok when it came out, but I do. I feel like it's this insane asylum. Like, if you want crazy, go to TikTok. If you want more relaxed, more, you know what I mean, come to YouTube. If you want more, you know, family oriented stuff, you go to Facebook. Like, it really, you all remember that meme that was out there? Like, it really is the truth. You know, I just feel like YouTube for me, I like to talk. The long form content's better for me. And the unhinged craziness over there on TikTok is just wild. It blurs the lines between you can't have a respectable relationship between followers and content creators over there. It becomes, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. Like, does anybody else feel like that, or is it just me? Anybody else feel like TikTok is the land of the unhinged? I mean, that's for creators and followers and just the drama itself. Like, why is it that TikTok is the asylum for it all? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's like that, but and I'm not saying that YouTube can't get crazy. I'm sure there's drama over here too. I just feel like it's a little less crazy over here. And so I'm going to continue doing my content over here because, you know, I tried going back live on TikTok. I tried bringing it back to, you know, because I used to really love it and really enjoy it. And, you know, literally people are like, you know, I got blocked for saying something unhinged in your live. Like, we're friends. I should totally be able to threaten people. And it's like, what? Like, these are the messages I'm getting yesterday after I went live. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like I shouldn't be worried about what I talk about. Like, I want to be able to talk freely. If I want to sit there and I want to talk, I'm going to talk. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know why people can't stay in their sandbox. I've always said that. Stay in your sandbox because, listen, you're ruining it. You're going to piss me off. And then I'm really, really going to go at people. Like, don't make me have to go at people. Like, I don't want to go at you. Don't come and be disrespectful. Don't come and make up these relationships. Don't come and stay. I don't know, man. Like, I want. Therapist needs a 24-hour TikTok needs a 24-hour therapy hotline. Like, in the chats where you can go complain, you should be able to hit a button that goes, "Yeah, I need therapy right now. I'm triggered. These people are crazy." Like, we really should just have some kind of button that we can push that helps us with the crazy on TikTok because that app is getting absolutely insane. It's getting crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and blow off some steam and kind of rant because that was that was a shit show yesterday. The way people behaved, the way, you know what I mean? I'm not obligated to unblock people if I've blocked you, and I rarely block people. If you're blocked from any of my platforms, it's because I personally saw you disrespect me. And I'm just not, you know what I mean? You could talk about my content, but don't try and disrespect me as a person, especially when you don't know who I am as a person. So, I just want to put that out there too. Like, that's just wild. It's just so disrespectful. Yeah, it really is. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just, it's sad because I used to love my lives. I really did. I really enjoyed them. And it's like, man, like, y'all are acting so unhinged. You take the joy from it. Social media should be an outlet for people, not, the thing that causes people to jump in a tub with a toaster. Like, y'all take it too seriously. It's freaking social media. It shouldn't be your entire life. It shouldn't be that personal to you. It's just, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's just crazy. I just wanted to get on here and rant because I'm over it. You know what I mean? Yeah, listen, if I block you, you're blocked. Like, period. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, and I very rarely block. So if you're blocked, it's because there was a serious disrespect there. I owe nobody an explanation. I will never give you an explanation. I don't feel it necessary. Last time I tried to explain, well, we all know where that went. Um, you know what I mean? But it's not even like you can have a block button anymore because that right there it triggers the hell out of people. Because again, we all remember if you go back to, last year, my life was turned upside down and I was doxxed and dug into and gone at because I blocked somebody. All because I blocked somebody for my peace. Like, think about that. That button should be there as a safety measure for people. I blocked somebody and they couldn't handle it. And the fact that people can't handle the blocking, you really need to reevaluate yourself. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy because that's pretty much saying, I don't want to be involved with you. I don't want to see you. I don't want you in my space. And then you're sitting there like, but no, I want to be in your space. And you're not letting me to be in your space. What kind of person are you? Now I'm going to dedicate my entire year to coming after you. It's fucking weird. It's crazy. Like, dude, block because I don't want to see you. I don't want you to see me. Like, it's weird behavior. Like, I don't understand. Like, and trust me, many people have blocked me. I'm never going to question it. Enough said. If you block me, that's as explanation as I need. You don't want to see me, even if I liked you. You don't want to see me. I'm going to respect that. Right? I'm going to respect it. You blocked me. Not going to beg. I'm not going to go after you and dox you and, do all these crazy things. I'm not going to it's just weird. It's just weird. So, I mean, while I sit there and say it's easy to block people, trust me, it's not as easy to block people as you think because I probably had more people come after me on social media because I blocked them than anything else. So just be careful blocking though. Block. Your kitty wants to help you. I know my poor cat is like, what'd you just scream at me for? He just ran and got some food. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I wanted to come on here and bitch and moan because I'm just so over it. It's so hard. I've been trying so hard to find the joy again in going live and doing all the things, and I'm losing faith in people. It's just, man, if you're a liar and I don't believe you, I don't believe you. You're never going to change my mind once it's made up. Like, I will never, my first reaction isn't to believe a liar. You know what I mean? Yeah, Moo's the mascot. Why people care so much what I think is wild, like, it's an opinion. Unless I state it's a fact, then the rest is opinion. And, the fact that you think so highly of my opinion is a little wild. It shouldn't really mess with your real life. I'm just saying. My being nice to you on social media and being respectful and thanking you and treating you nicely and treating you kind the way all of you have treated me, that's a reciprocation. Okay. I'm treating you nice. Appreciate the conversations, but it does not make a personal relationship. It does not mean you know me. It does not mean you know my family. It does not mean that we are personal friends. We could be TikTok friends. Like, I can know you on TikTok. Like, hey, come on up. Let's have a chat. But it doesn't mean that I owe you anything. You know what I mean? So please don't come at me and be like, but you're nice to me. And so you have to do this because that's just weird behavior. And then they get mad, and then you got family lovers, and then they're jumping into rivers, and all of that can escalate really quickly. Let me just say that it really can. So, please don't do that. You know, if you decide you're going to tell me something in a message that's private to you, I don't ever ask. But if you decide you're going to reveal something about yourself to me, I'm still under no obligation to you. Like, if you can reveal all the personal information you want to me, I'm never going to go anywhere with it. I'll never, put it anywhere or but just because you revealed something about yourself privately, I am not obligated to you in any way, shape, or form. So please don't come at me with demands because you decided you were going to trust me with some information, because that's weird. It's man, I've been on social media for a very, very long time. And this is the messiest that I've ever seen social media. This is, you know, it's wild that, like, I really am careful now because I really have to protect my mental health. I've never seen a bunch of grown ass adults act like children so much in my life. In my life. It's just weird. Like, has anybody else noticed that there's been this shift in social media in the last 3 months? Like, if you guys all felt the shift, even here on YouTube, TikTok, like, there's been a shift. It's been really, really weird. It's become really violent. It's become really disgusting. Personal lives, like, you know, it's just really the scamming of people, taking advantage of people. It's really become just, I don't know. It's not cool anymore, man. You know what I mean? Like, scamming for money. I need $20,000 for a lawyer, and send me 8 grand and I'll give you a billboard. It's just been the most wild freaking ride. When I look back and reflect on last year, it's just absolutely what. Listen, people want to gift me, it's appreciated. It's appreciated. But to sit here and tell people and start dealing, I mean, think about it. People on the internet were handing over thousands of dollars. Like, nobody stops to think about how unhinged that is. It's one thing if you want to gift somebody because they're doing a good job. Like, you appreciate their content, the effort, and the time that they put into it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But to sit there and honestly, like, prey on people's emotions, prey on their vulnerabilities, and these people are flinging money like we ain't, this economy ain't the way it is. Like, I've never seen something so wild. It's like a mega church of its own, social media. You know what I mean? These people are all out here like, I don't know. It's just crazy. But, you know, guys, go back to content, go back to talking about the crime. It's the mess. It's just it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. You can't sit there and get somebody up on a panel because 15 people are going to record it, break it up 3 different ways, make accusations, put a mustache on you and an extra 400 pounds. And, you know, it's just the most, it's like children. It's just the most wild thing. And I don't know. I'm just mad that, it's putting a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I used to love this whole social media thing, and it's just, I don't know. The behavior of these grown ass adults has, and you're a hater if you don't, you're a flip flopper. Listen, that's another thing. First of all, the fact that people are even talking about flip floppers in a true crime niche is wild to me, because what is a flip flopper? If you're genuinely in this because you're looking at a crime, you have to know that there's always a potential to change your mind. And there should always be a potential to change your mind. You can't sit there and want to believe something so bad that you're willing to put out all other information and disregard all other information just to prove your point, because you want it to be the truth. Like, there's no such thing as flip flopping in true crime. You have to look at all of it, understand all of it. All of it is relative. So I never really understood the whole flip flopper thing. Like, at any point in time when I talk about a case, my mind is able to be switched because you have to go into it with that mind frame. You can't just sit there and make something a fact because you want it so bad to be fact. Like, then you're just creating echo chambers. You know what I mean? Like, is it really fact, or is it just fact because you want it to be fact and now you're saying it's fact? Yeah, you know what I mean? Because when you look at a lot of these cases, I mean, is any of it really fact? Like, you really have to know the difference between fact and opinion. Like, oh, the majority of it isn't fact. The majority of it is fact that you think that way, but that doesn't make something fact. So it ruins it. It ruins it. I've never, while I don't like Gypsy Rose, when it came to her case, I was always able to be swayed to the other side because I literally wanted the truth. I literally wanted to know what happened in the case. I was really there for the truth. Is what I'm seeing the truth, which is why I always looked at the other side as well. I was always able to come at something from both sides. You know what I mean? Like, it's never that I wanted something to be so true that I made it the truth. That's where you have to be careful. And that's exactly what's happening in these niches. People want to hate Gypsy so bad that they're willing to take whatever and make it a fact just because they want her and they don't like her. Like, you can't, that's not true crime, that's drama. There's a big difference. You can't hate somebody so much and want to go after them because you can convince yourself of anything at that point. Once you hate somebody so much and you want a specific outcome to be true, I mean, you've lost it there. You really don't know the truth from, you don't know what's reality and what's not. Because you're going to convince yourself that everything you want to think is fact, and it's not. Imagine thinking independently and being open-minded enough to learn something new. That's exactly what true crime is all about. You think there haven't been cases where I was like, nah, I used to think about this way. Listen, let's talk about JonBenet Ramsey, right? I used to think that it was one person, and now I think that the brother Burke had something completely to do with it. I changed my mind looking at different perspectives. But did anybody ever come after me because I changed my mind and called me a flip-flop? It's just weird. It's just weird mentality. It's the hating people. You just want to hate the girl. You don't necessarily want to solve a crime or speak about a crime or want awareness for a crime, because you can't bring awareness to a crime and talk about a crime unless you talk about both sides. And that's the truth. So there's a lot of narratives about Gypsy I don't agree with. Why lie? There's enough facts that make her look bad enough. Exactly. That right there. She does enough on her own that you don't need to make something into something. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then you bring in cases and then enters their personal life, and it just becomes clouded and just really weird. The Gypsy niche has gone to hell. It has gone to hell lately. The credibility of creators is gone. All of us, myself included, like, because of all the shit and the drama and the freaking schoolyard crap and like the mean girl shit, like, the credibility of anybody it's all gone. It's all gone. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully people can get it back. But I mean, let's be real. The credibility is just not there because the drama took it over. It's just wild. And what does Ken being gay have to do with her crime? It has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Whether or not Ken is gay or ever slept with a man is all about drama and not about the case. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, so what if he's gay? So what if he slept with a man before Gypsy? So what if he's sleeping with a man with Gypsy? Doesn't make her any more or less a murderer. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is one of those niches where it just went to shit, and it's really sad. People like what I say, don't like what I say, get mad at me, don't get mad. Quite frankly, it doesn't even freaking matter. But let's be real. Like, the drama's so heavy and so hard that the credibility of people who were there for awareness is shot. All of it. Shot. We are all called flip-floppers for not supporting a scam and creators that have been exposed already. Not my fault. I remember everything and can't trust once a creator lies and doxes for clout. That right there is the truth. How can a creator who dox somebody, and this is all sides everywhere, how can somebody who, like, how can you be credible after doing nonsense like that? You know what I mean? Because if you find them credible or you're still watching them, then it's about the drama and not about the case. And there needs to be a fine line where you've got the Gypsy Rose drama and then you've got the Gypsy Rose case, because they both are not the same. They're both are not the same. So no, yeah, no credibility on the left and no accountability on the right. Yeah. Like, who cares? It's not part of the exactly. I don't know why any of this has any. It doesn't have to do with the case. Like, doesn't. Woo bestie lying and scamming people has nothing to do with the case. You know, this person being on drugs and calling that person a drug addict has nothing to do with the case. None of it does. It's all wild. It's all wild. It really, and everybody's been mixed into the drama. It's, you got to draw a line. It's either drama or it's factual, but you can't have both, because drama is nothing but untruths and opinions. And if you're talking about the facts of a case, then that's fact based only. And I think that people mistake what they know to be fact. People are calling things in this case fact when they're really not, and it's the most wild thing I've ever seen. Like, just because you want it to be fact doesn't mean it's a fact. And just because you're saying it like a statement and not a question doesn't mean it's a fact. It's wild. Thank you for speaking out on this. It's at hand. It is. And I've had a lot of followers, because I brought this up before, and I've had a lot of followers talking to me about, for those people who are talking about the case, stay out of the drama because you're losing credibility. And then these followers that are these new people that are coming into the community trying to learn about the case, you're putting a bad taste in their mouth. And then watching the unhinged, insane behavior of a lot of these people is going to make them automatically think that she's the more stable one and that she's speaking fact because, well, look at the behavior. You know what I mean? Factual people, credible people don't behave like that. Causing drama and distraction to set the stage for Gypsy's podcast. Yeah. And we've seen that before. We know that happens in real life. You know what I mean? Like, we know that social media has always been used as a tool. And do I think that both sides use it as a tool? Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? But again, there needs to be a split. You need to figure out whether or not you're going to be on the drama side of the niche or you're going to be on the factual awareness side of the niche, the case side, because you can't be in both. You can't go from one place where you're spouting all this nonsense and then go over there and try and speak facts, because there's no credibility there. There's none. And I'm, being caught up in all of the drama and the nonsense that came from the niche. I stopped talking about it because I don't want people to think that I'm about the drama and not about the credibility of it. I want to be credible when I speak. And if I'm sitting there stuck in all this nonsense drama that I don't want to be in, I can't really be that credible to people. I'm being, you know what I mean? People are looking at me like I'm not credible. And so I can't speak about facts or a case with nonsense going on. It's just wild. Happened for a lifetime. Why not a second time? Yeah, exactly. There's always an undercover reason. And you know what's so funny is everything all has come to light. Things are starting to come to light from last year. And it's so funny to sit back and watch it. You know what I mean? Like, we were all, and we're going to take the woo-woo chick, for example, right? We were all in this same position. Isn't it almost a year to the day? It was around Christmas time, right? She was collecting GoFundMes because they were trying to kill her, right? So it's almost a year to the day with the whole woo-woo chick. And it's so funny that here we are watching everything unravel, and it all shows that it was all a lie, just like we all knew. All of it was just a distraction. It was a lie. It was BS, just like we called it. And it's funny to sit back and watch it all come to life and play out. And here we are. We're going to start it again. Like, did you not learn anything the first time? Like, we're just going to go and restart and The same thing last year. That's all now coming out that you lied. Not that we didn't know back then, but you know what I mean? Like here you are admitting it, husbands are admitting it. It's just wild. And then to sit there and be like, somebody's in danger and you can't talk about it on the internet because you're putting their life in even more danger as they're sitting there crying on a live, following people, pulling an Amber Heard, talking about my husband's inside and he's trying to kill me. Is weird. Like you can't you can't put that crap out there though and think for 1 second that we don't all think it's a facade. You can't help it, People are creatures of habit. That I will say, and I've said that always, people are creatures of habit. They're going to keep going back. I agree. I definitely think that she's going to be on the podcast. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think that's going to be her story, which, hey, listen, that's fine, but don't get upset when people react. When you tell your story and people come after you because they don't believe you because you lied to an entire community before, don't come crying when that don't work out well because, well, you're getting exactly what you deserve at that point. So, I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and rant and just TikTok has become the place of the unhinged, y'all. It is the insane asylum of social media. And so I have been over here on YouTube more. YouTube has not been so nice to me, but I'm going to continue trying it over here and we'll see where it goes. YouTube likes me talking about only Gypsy Rose. And while I probably will talk about Gypsy Rose over here, it's not going to be my only content. And so hopefully it doesn't continue being so unnice to me and starts picking me up and putting me out there. So I'm still going to give it another go. I'm really going to focus now and really try and put the content out there with this page. We'll see how this page reacts. We'll see how the people watching react. And again, I thank you all for your support. If you're here, I really do appreciate it. And we'll see where it goes from here. So thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry I went on this rant. I was just in one of those really weird moods because of messages and all of the things hitting at once. And was trying to be discreet. So if I confused you, my apologies there. But guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And I will see you on YouTube. I'm going to be going live again later on tonight about actual factual stuff. And it won't be such a rant, but hopefully I'll see you guys there. Thank you guys in the chat.